Welcome to Extension Connection with Kaysie and Sami,
where you will get the latest in Sevier County Extension news.
I'm Kaysie.
And I'm Sami. Thanks for being here.
So, Sami, what have you been up to?
A lot, actually.
Tell us about it.
So, our shooting team went to regionals and state last month for SCTP, which is the Scholastic Clay Target Program.
Ooh.
And Haley got second place at regionals.
Yay, go Haley!
In the intermediate girls division, so that was fantastic. We're
Yeah.
very proud of that. And they had a fantastic time in Nashville at state. So that was a lot of fun. What have you been up to?
So, I've been doing a lot of different things. So, I got back last month from Creative Design Camp, which was absolutely fantastic. You know, we brought two girls from Sevier County were there, and they were fantastic, and they had gotten some clothing that they bought, and then they were able to showcase it in a fashion show.
Ooh.
They were gorgeous. They had everything put together. One of them was very timeless, black and white outfit. The other one was a prom dress. She looked really beautiful.
That sounds
Both of them
awesome.
did. And so then, at the end of the week, we had the FCS Skillathon. So we had three people compete in that. And Avery Flake got 8th place out of the whole region. And so that's exciting.
So proud.
Yeah, we're so proud of her and the rest of our competitors. And so it was really, really good. And then, yeah, yesterday was the next biggest thing probably is the canning talk. So I had a canning talk yesterday at the My People Senior Center, and it went really good. We had about 15 people there. We were just talking about the basics of canning, really, really basics of canning, to see if you wanted to do it, the finances, some of the new research, all that stuff. I mean, it went pretty good. And so, yeah. So that's what
fantastic.
happened. Yeah, June was great.
And I mean, you knew already. They've heard, but let's talk about again. 4-H has had some great camps come up. We went to junior 4-H camp, which was fantastic. I think the kids had a great time.
Yeah.
I enjoyed experiencing that for the first time. And we've had baking camp recently.
Yes, that was so fun.
The kids were so much fun. That was a blast. I mean, I was covered in flour every day, but it was great.
Yes.
So much fun. And then
they
what
made
else?
like a blueberry lemon bread. Oh my gosh, y'all. If you could have tasted it.
It's delicious.
It was fantastic, yeah.
The kids kind of suggested, though, maybe not blueberries because not everybody likes
Which is
those.
understandable.
Reasonable.
Yeah.
That is reasonable. Somebody said chocolate chips. I mean, I'm always down for a chocolate chip.
Ooh.
So maybe
But someone did also recommend bananas, which was an interesting take, but, you know, to each their own.
True.
To each their own.
True.
Banana and lemon, you know. You never know until you try it, right?
Yeah. I mean, Granger's Bob eats eggs and kraut. I'm not saying that it's a good decision, but it is a decision he made that morning. You know who you are.
Yum!
So let's talk about this month. Let's talk about July.
Yeah, we probably should get into
that going and get these people ready for the coming month.
Yeah. So, I guess starting out with me, Family Consumer Sciences, we've got a Tri-County Trailblazers event, and I have some flyers for you all. Yeah, so fun and fancy. So, thank you, Sami. Those of you on YouTube are really, you know, you're getting a show over here.
Always.
Always. So the Tri-County Trailblazers, we're meeting on July 11th. So this time it's on a Tuesday, not a Monday. And it's going to be at 10 a.m. to about 11 a.m. And it's going to be at the Newport City Park. So the Cocke County FCS Extension agent, she just, like, her first day was June 1st.
Ooh.
And so this is her, like, one of her first programs that she's put on. I think she's put on some other stuff. But she's going to be leading this one. And so we're going to be in Newport this month for July, and so it'll be a really fun walk. You get to meet new friends, walk around, and just enjoy a new location, and yeah, so it's really fun. Yeah, so that's happening in the beginning of July on the 11th, and then there's pressure canner lid testing. So that is something that is offered free at our extension office. I have availability mostly on Wednesdays for people to come in from 1 to 5. And the only pressure canner lids that I test are the ones with the dial gauge on them. Okay, so those of y'all that have a weighted gauge, those don't need to be checked for accuracy. It's the ones with the dial gauge that do need to be checked once a year. And then our office is the one that does that. Yes, Sammy?
A question. What happens if it's wrong? If your dial gauge is off?
So if your dial gauge is off, I think it's the highest it can be off is 2, either up high 2 or low 2. 2 up, and it'll give you a recommendation of how much you need to adjust. So when you're adjusting your pressure, you have to either go up 2 more, or in order to be, so if the recipe, you're supposed to be at a pressure of, I don't know, 10 psi, but yours reads 11, then you're going to have to make sure yours is always at 11 when you're trying to pressure can it for 10, if that makes sense.
Oh.
Yeah, so you have to adjust it.
So the pressure's off, that means it's not getting a good lock.
Yeah,
basically.
So it's not, yeah.
On your cans?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's not going to seal them up properly.
Asking the questions you need to know.
Yeah, it's not going to seal them up properly if it's off by too much. So if it is off by more than 2, then, I'm going to recommend either getting a new lid or a new canner, or either somehow, which I think you can do this, is just replacing the dial. So, which you can look into that, and I can help look into that if you need help with that. But reaching out to the office, we offer that testing for free. So feel free to come in.
And you've been having people in so far. Everybody's good.
Yes. So far, most people's been good.
That's
so it's
good.
been good.
That's great.
Yeah.
Now you have gone to the My People to talk to them about canning yesterday.
Yes.
But you have something else coming up soon.
Yes. So we have some canning workshops opening up. So the first one that I'm going to do, though, is just for the people at the My People Senior Center. So if you go over there and you sign up for classes, there's gonna be a preserve it and serve it workshop, and that is where you, as a grandparent, and one of your grandchildren can come in and learn about canning. And so it'll be so fun. We're going to be making salsa, and it'll be really fun. So they'll get to learn about the preserving process, and then they'll also be able to eat some of the salsa that has already been made, of course.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's going to be really, really fun. And so definitely reach out to Ashley over there, the events coordinator at the My People Senior Center, so that you can sign up for that class. Because the max amount of family groups, so that's family groups is 1 grandparent, 1 grandchild. That is 1 family group, and I'm only taking 4. So that means
bodies.
8 bodies total. Well, I'm holding up 10. I meant to hold up 8. Yeah,
I have 8.
Yeah, so look at Sammy for numbers. Apparently, I'm not good at that right now. If you're watching now, you wouldn't have known that.
You would not have known that
I didn't
if
say
you
something
were just
loud.
listening.
Okay.
So that's super fun. And then your jams in July.
Yeah, so we're going to be jamming in July. I've been trying to do, and since, canning is such a huge thing in most counties, and, why I have my job, I want to start doing food preservation workshops like once a month. That is my goal. For this month, we are doing jams in July, and we're going to do that on July 27th. So nothing has opened yet. But again, I'm only taking 8 people, and that's also going to be at the My People Senior Center. They're allowing us to use their kitchen. And so that's really nice. So we're going to only have about 8 people, and then each person will be able to take home a jar, a publication, and even a starter canner kit. And also this reminds me, whenever these workshops are happening, these workshops are more for people with little to no experience.
Yes.
So those of y'all that do have experience in canning, like quite a bit, you're a seasonal canner, I would ask if you could refrain from signing up until everyone who has not had that experience can sign up for these classes. And that's just so they get a little bit more of an opportunity to learn something that they don't know already. So that makes sense, right?
It does. It completely makes sense. Because if you're already doing it every year for your family, you probably aren't going to need to know how to get started.
Yeah.
You already know how to get started.
Yeah.
So this is more for the beginners that are trying to start doing it.
Yeah. Yeah. So we want to just give them more of an opportunity to learn and have that hands-on demonstration. So I would appreciate that. And then also, since the canning talk was yesterday, our office is starting to sell these publications. So the first one is the So Easy Preserve. Those people on YouTube, you can see, you've probably seen the book like this before. It is from the University of Georgia, and it has all of the safe and research-based information that you canners may need. If you're interested in purchasing this book, it is $45, and we are right now only taking cash and check, so no online payments yet, but you can order this through our office.
What if they don't want to come to the office and they decide to go to Amazon?
Well, apparently they're all selling older copies, so again, that one's not the most up-to-date. This is the most up-to-date research. But on Amazon, someone has tried to sell these for $65, $70. So like $45 is not too bad.
It's a wheel of a deal.
Yeah, but and then there's people, you can order them off of the Georgia website, or you can come in, whatever. We can help you order them, but we order them in bulk so that we can get a discount. So you're getting somewhat of a discount with this. And so, yeah. So we hope that you take advantage of that. And then also, last but not least, we have another publication, and this is through UT Extension. So you get it in a binder, because it's not, a paper copy. But I put it all in the binder for you, and it has about the same amount of information as the Georgia one, only of course this one's just on canning. The Georgia book goes into all food preservation and things like that. And those UT canning publications are about $5. So again, cash or check if you want to come in, order a book. Just call our office so we can prep these up for you, and then you'll be able to come by and pay your money and have a book.
Walk out happy.
Yeah.
It's better than Prime.
It's better than Prime. Yeah.
All right. So, would you like to tell them about your nutrition program?
Okay, yeah. So, those of y'all that may be at a Boys and Girls Club, you have some children in Boys and Girls Club, I am going to be at some of the club meetings in July, and that is going to be, I think, in Kodak and Gatlinburg. So if your kids go to one of those clubs, then I'm going to be there teaching some nutrition programs on the 17th and the 31st. So we're going to have some fun. We're going to play some activities. We're going to maybe eat some food. It'll be fun. We'll have a blast. And then also, if you are an FCE member, which FCE is Family Community Education Clubs, we are going to be doing a joint meeting this month. So I've talked about Midway and Seymour, those club meetings before, but this one is a joint cultural arts competition. So I have the little ribbon here. Okay. Oh, I've got it turned the wrong way for those. Okay. Thank you, Sami. So you have a chance to, get blue, get red, ribbons, but you're going to be competing in different categories, and this is only for FCE members. Okay, you have to, and there's more information too, of qualifications and requirements, and if you have questions and want to participate, please call the office and we can figure out something to help you participate, or tell you about it this year and then hopefully prepare you for next year if you would like to try next year. But this is a fun competition. People are going to be bringing in fashion review, maybe dresses or aprons or stuff that they've made.
Basket weaving?
Baskets, yes. Basket weaving, paintings, really, really cool stuff. So if you want to know what those categories are, call the office and I can talk to you about them. And again, in the competition, you have to be an FCE member. So those of y'all that are FCE members, get your stuff ready. Woohoo! It's gonna be fun.
Who doesn't love some competition?
Oh yeah.
And that's on July 24th.
Yes, July 24th.
All right, and then let's talk about your preservation and gardening workshop with Mr. Matt.
Yeah, so another food preservation workshop is happening, and I'm partnering with Matt Anderson, our horticulture agent, and it's going to be on August 8th. And that is where we're going to have a little bit of information. Probably he's going to talk about some gardening, food preservation. So if you're a gardener and you're interested in preserving your food from the garden through canning or something like that, and would like information on those things, or drying or freezing, come to this workshop. I think it's going to be really, really cool. And so we're still in the process of planning it, but it's going to be August 8th. So just look out for that information. Yep.
But keep your eyes on the prize and see if you can find that information as soon as it's out.
Yes.
And then let's follow it up with our FCS club.
Yeah.
This is our little baby child that we have decided to do together.
Yes.
It is FCS and 4-H combined, and we are going to work together with some kids 6th grade and up to talk about food, cooking, sewing, clothing, fashion, different kinds of interior design, baking design, money management. There's going to be all kinds of fun things for us to do, and the kids that we've spoken with at baking camp that are interested have had some really cool ideas as well.
Yeah.
So I'm very excited.
Yeah, so if you're interested, we have our cute flyer here. I'm going to be the one to zoom in for all of us. Oh, glare.
There we go. Glare. There. Yeah.
Oh, you two people are really getting a show here.
So that is coming up, and we are going to start practicing in September. So you're a little sneak preview here, but we just wanted to get it on your radar. We've had a few girls that went with you to you already talked about the skill-a-thon, and that kind of sparked this interest for us. We really enjoyed it. The kids seem to really enjoy it, and we're looking forward to starting a little earlier and having a little more time.
Mm-hmm. And the topics we include are going to be food, cooking, sewing, clothing, interior design, maybe money management. You know, who doesn't need those life skills? And we're going to do some fun activities to help kids learn more about them, because we're all about fun here.
Always.
We're fun. We're fun, educational programming.
Most fun.
Oh, yeah.
All right, which is a good segue.
Yeah, segue.
Good segue into 4-H. And 4-H has a lot happening in the summer. We really pack it full. Every week we have some kind of camp happening, and it's super fun. Everything's already booked out though, so it's not like I'm going to tell you about stuff you can sign up for.
Yeah.
But coming up, we have livestock judging. So if your child is interested in livestock of any kind, this is kind of a good opening for them to start learning about livestock, learning about these animals and how to keep them healthy and hardy and healthy. Like judge how they look, judge if they're healthy looking, if they're sickly, and how they could adjust and things like that. So this is a great opportunity for them. Miss Ashley takes care of that judging team, and she does a phenomenal job with it. She's very passionate about livestock. So those meetings will start on Mondays at 4 p.m.
Yeah.
So I know she is looking forward to that starting up and seeing all of her livestock kids back in the office. So the meetings will be here at the extension office on Mondays at 4. And then we have Wild Child Camp and Junior High Camp coming up. Those have already been filled up. We've got those registrations taken care of.
But keep them in mind for next year.
But make sure you're keeping an eye out next year, and check your packing list. I know if your kid has signed up for an overnight event, you have received a packet of information, and make sure you're checking that packet list and make your packing list.
Read through all of it. Just like we say in FCS, read the recipe before you start.
That's right. So, read the whole thing.
Yeah, read
so
the whole
that you
thing.
make sure you're not missing anything.
Mm-hmm.
And then following that up with the grilling team, which is led by Mr. Matt, who is the jack of all trades. And he is going to be starting grilling team in August, but never too soon to start getting excited about that. August 11th at 3:30, those are Fridays that he will be practicing. Fridays at 3:30 here at the extension office. And again, that's Mr. Matt. Your kids 6th grade and up, they're going to learn about making their own rubs and what rubs go with what kinds of meat, and how the smoke and what kind of wood that you burn and the pellets that you use and how that affects the way your meat tastes. It's going to be great. I'm looking forward to taste testing. So
I'm going to sign up for that.
You never know. Never know around here what you're going to get to eat. Yeah. So make sure that you have your 6th grade and up kids that they're getting excited about grilling team, because it's going to be a lot of fun and very yummy. And then that leads us to Miss Meg.
Yes. Miss Meg with Tim Sepp is getting ready for the schools. So if you are a third grader at a Title I school in this county, you may see Miss Meg in your classroom.
That's right.
She's going to be in there teaching about nutrition, physical activity. She may even bring in some fruits and vegetables of different colors for you to try. She brought like yellow carrots and like other colored carrots one time. I mean, even, some of the colors that she listed off, I hadn't even heard of before. So, I mean, she is fantastic. So, if you are a third grader in the Title I school, just be on the lookout for Miss Meg if she may be able to come in there.
Yeah. She's fantastic. And then the Ag and Natural Resources Department, which is also known as Adam. He is going to be out of town a lot, honestly.
Yeah.
But there is one fun event happening in his department this month that we want to tell you about. It's the Beef and Bees.
Beef and Bees.
Yes. And they are going to really dig into how pollinators are going to be helpful in your beef production, how you can produce better fields to be better for the bees, but also your beef. Bees and beef. So that's how we can. So they're going to be teaching you about that kind of stuff. And it's great. It is going to be at the Plant Biotech building on the UT campus on July 25th at 9:30 in the morning. If you have any follow-up questions about that or anything like that, I have the flyer. You can email Miss Sami Albright at utk.edu, or you can call the office and we will happily help you out with that information.
Yep.
And
definitely
finishing us up with Mr. Matt.
Horticulture, yeah.
Jack of all trades, as we say. And he has some interesting things going on. So first I want to tell you this one. The Children and Youth Garden Symposium. This is not something that we are putting on at the Eastern Extension office. This is something that the University of Tennessee is doing. But it is a wonderful opportunity to go to the UT Gardens, take your kids of all ages, and make sure that they are learning about those plants and the different kinds of insects and animals that may live in your garden, and how they can be beneficial and detrimental to your habitats. And that is on from July 12th through the 15th. Fun activity. Take your kids out. It's summertime. This will be a great educational experience for them, and it is just flat out gorgeous.
Oh yeah.
The UT Gardens are gorgeous. If
so
you've never
beautiful.
Been,
there's art that they have put up in there.
Sculptures, all kinds of things.
Like we got to walk it at like the new employee conference. Sami wasn't there, but I was. But it was really, really pretty. So it was really cool.
The flowers are gorgeous.
Yes.
So that is a huge opportunity. I would definitely suggest taking your kids down there if you're looking for something to do.
Yeah.
Now, show us the flyer.
Here's another flyer.
Can't read that. There you go. Mornings in the Garden with our Junior Master Gardeners. Those are coming up in the month of July. So, this is for kids ages 8 through 13 from 9 a.m. to 10:30. And they will be on July 5th, 12th, 19th, and 26th. And that will be here in our demo garden. It's behind our building at the extension office here. And this is just a fun hands-on learning experience in our demo garden with some morning snacks and drinks provided. And we would really recommend that you register for it. Boop, boop, boop. Miss Kaysie will add it to the show notes.
Yes.
You will register for it. The program limit is 20. So make sure that you're filling that up. Registering as soon as possible. You can do the website or you can call our office and make sure to get on the list that way.
Yep.
It is free of charge.
Yeah.
Free. I said free. So we really hope to see you here for that. Mr. Matt works hard with his Junior Master Gardeners and his Master Gardeners, and they are fantastic. I love seeing them here. They do a great job in that garden out back. I really wish it was my yard, but can't be too picky.
No.
All right, and finishing up, he has a Master Gardener meeting,
and that is on July 17th of this year.
Right here.
Right here.
If you're interested in being a Master Gardener,
or if you already are a Master Gardener,
that's the place to be.
Yep.
So right here, July 17th, and I don't have a time for that.
I don't either. if you're interested in it, call the office and we'll find out information.
Yes, we will.
Yeah.
As usual.
As usual.
And last but not least,
site visits.
Did you know that we can have Mr. Matt come to your house and look at your plants? If you have a plant problem
or a soil problem,
he's your fella. So give him a call, Matt Anderson, and he will make sure that you get your plants or soil evaluated. We are a fantastic link from the community to those specialists that the University of Tennessee has access to. So if that's something that he can't fix, he is very well equipped to contact those people that can help us out.
Yes, so absolutely.
That brings us to the end of our list.
Yeah. That is all we've got going on in July. Unless, someone creates an event and we just...
and Matt's known to do that.
Yeah. So, just be on the lookout. Be on Facebook. Be on our website. If you don't have social media, reach out to the office and be like, I heard about this from somebody. How can I get more information about it? We would love to get that information for you.
Yes.
And so, things just happen. Sometimes we think of an idea after the end of this month.
We're like, oh, that sounds fun. Let's do it.
Yeah.
So, make sure that you're paying attention to what we post and what we share. We love to share new things. We love to share exciting things that the kids and adults are doing around. And and
I've even got a newsletter too. So if you're interested in the FCS programming, I would be happy to send you a newsletter of, I even put a science experiment, family-friendly science experiment in there with food. It's usually a food science experiment. Or some other little things and tidbits and tips and things. So it's really cool.
That's
so
awesome.
If you're interested in that, shoot me an email. And I'll put all of our contact information like usual at the bottom. And
Miss Ashley also has a 4-H newsletter. So parents, if you have a student going into the 4th grade or higher, they will have access to our 4-H activities, our clubs, our events. We've got the shooting team coming very soon. They're starting back up this season. So we have lots going on. If you want to know all of the ins and outs of 4-H, but your kid maybe doesn't bring everything home from school,
things get lost,
Things get lost.
I remember, when I was a kid that, when someone gave me a paper, sometimes I would just stuff it in my backpack. And it got stuck all the way to the bottom underneath all my stuff. So
I'm a mom.
Yeah.
Even if I get the paper, it gets lost sometimes.
Yeah.
Things happen. Yeah. So if you feel like maybe having it in your email would be a better process for you. As I was saying, Miss Ashley has a 4-H newsletter. Please send us an email if you are interested in getting that, if you're worried that you're not going to get the information as fast as you need it. And we will make sure that it gets out to you.
Yeah.
And we're happy that you're here. We hope you have a great July. And always remember that we are better
together.
Bye. See you soon.